Good, happy Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We begin with breaking news. Let's begin. First up, suspect in Pelham church shooting is stepson of minister killed earlier this month, officials say. Man to be arraigned Tuesday. The man accused of opening fire during a wedding in Pelham Church on Saturday, shooting the bishop and bride, is the stepson of a minister at the church who was killed earlier this month in Londonderry, authorities said. Dale Holloway, 37, is accused of shooting both Bishop Stanley, 75, and Claire McMullen, 60, at the New England Pentecostal Ministry on Bridge Street, just after 10 a.m. on Saturday. Bishop Stanley suffered a gunshot wound to the chest and was taken to Tufts Medical Center in Boston, where he is being treated for serious injuries, authorities said. McMullen, the bride, suffered a gunshot wound to the arm, according to Senior Assistant Attorney General Ben Adjett. The groom, Mark Castigliano, 60, was hit in the head with an object. He was treated at a local hospital and released, officials said. Authorities said that Mark Castigliano is the father of Brandon Castigliano, who is accused of killing Luis Garcia, 60, earlier this month. A celebration of life memorial service for Garcia was set for noon at the church. Garcia served as a minister at the church for 6 years. Holloway, the man charged in Saturday's shooting, is the stepson of Garcia, Adjett told WMUR on Sunday. And we will keep you updated on this story as it continues and develops. Home destroyed in 2-alarm fire in Manchester. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
And breaking this morning, one home completely destroyed after a fire at 314 Walnut Road in Manchester. Officials say they got the call about the 2-alarm fire just before 4 o'clock this morning. They found the 2-family home fully ablaze. Officials say one person was taken to the hospital for exposure to smoke and fire. The cause of the fire remains under investigation.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire woman killed in Methuen gas tanker crash in Massachusetts. A New Hampshire woman is dead after a rollover crash involving a tanker hauling Methuen gas in Orange, Massachusetts on Friday, police said. Officials said the crash happened at about 9:30 p.m. on Route 2 west near the Exit 14 ramp. According to state police, some of the cargo leaked from the truck, which prompted a hazmat response. The Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection also responded to the scene. The driver died as a result of injuries suffered in the crash, state police said. She was identified Sunday as 62-year-old Louise Ann Johnson of Woodstock, New Hampshire. The Orange Fire Department evacuated several residents near the crash site and established a safe zone within a half-mile radius, according to officials. Hazmat officials have since deemed the area around the crash site to be safe. State police said the truck was pulling 53-foot trailer carrying multiple cylinders of pressurized natural gas and bore a hazard plate indicating that it was transporting methane. The truck and trailer are owned by NG Advantage, while the Sygonic transport company involved is KAG Trucking Mechanic Gas, according to officials. Route 2 was closed in both directions between exits 13 and 15 for nearly 17 hours as crews worked to offload the remaining gas into another tanker. That section of Route 2 was reopened in both directions at about 1:45 p.m. Saturday, when the remaining methane gas was removed. State police said the exit 14 ramp from Route 2 west will remain closed Sunday for ongoing repair and cleanup. The truck and trailer still need to be removed from the scene, and the guardrail is being fixed. Hazmat teams are monitoring the surrounding area during the recovery process. The cause of the crash is being investigated by state police. One person shot at Boca Town Center Mall. SWAT teams are conducting a grid search of the mall. Let's take a listen to that video from WPBF 25 News in Florida. Here's Terry Parker with that full report.
During the month of October, get this top freezer refrigerator for only $4.58, or this Frigidaire upright freezer for only $4.48. Sale price good while supplies last, only at Jetson. Expert advice, plus the best price.
Good afternoon. We interrupt program to bring you this breaking news. Boca Raton Town Center Mall is on lockdown after reports of a shooting, and we can confirm at least one person is shot. Officials are asking everyone to avoid the mall at this time. Those at the mall shelter in place. Waukesha Bailey is live at the scene right now. There you are, Waukesha. What do you see so far, Waukesha?
Terry, very scary situation for many of the people that were out here shopping at the mall. As you mentioned, this mall right now is currently on lockdown. We are right outside of the Macy's area, right where many of the restaurants are. We have Capitol Grill. Police have blocked off this entire area. Many of the mall workers were inside. They have been asked to leave. We also have people who may have been shopping here. Now, we're going to go right over here to Dr. Ben Carter, who was actually in the mall when all of this happened. Thanks for talking to us. I know this has to be scary. You said you were in the Apple store. What did you see?
So I was actually in the Apple store looking out towards the glass, which is by the main corridor, and literally it was just mass chaos. Everybody running, people yelling, and I saw the emergency exit, and that's where I made my way to. Unfortunately, a couple of people definitely got trampled. One man fell as he left, and there was blood coming down his face. But the police arrived very quickly, and you could definitely see that they were going in with their bulletproof vests and assault weapons. Over the last 45 minutes, more police have shown up. I've seen Boynton, FAU, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, Boca Raton PD, and they've all gone in, guns drawn. So it's been pretty scary, actually.
Seeing all of that, what was going through your head? I mean, you seem pretty calm right now.
Yeah, about 45 minutes ago, not so much. But what I was thinking is all these other mass shootings that have happened, could this happen here? And the answer is yes, of course it could. Hopefully it's not. But there's really been no word. They haven't let us know anything out here so far.
Now, what were people saying? Like, if you can even, I don't know if there was anything over the loudspeaker.
Somebody in the Apple store came over the loudspeaker and basically told everybody to stop, but I wasn't stopping. I was getting out just in case there was actually something going on. So definitely scary, but it looks like most people did get it out, and I've seen a couple small groups of people being let out over the last 45 minutes.
Now, what about the employees in the store? Have you seen a lot of them exiting as well, or?
Most actually came out with us, and there are definitely a couple inside. I know somebody's still in there. He's in the Apple store on lockdown with employees and other customers, but supposedly they're safe and they're just waiting to be evacuated.
Now, have people been able to get to their cars?
Yes, people have been coming out. They've tried to stop traffic from coming in, but most people have been able to leave as they wanted.
So right now you're out here with a lot of other people. You're still here.
Everybody is just kind of confused. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. It'd be great if we actually knew.
All right, then thank you so much for talking with us. And once again, we just arrived to the scene. So, Terry, we are going to be out here for the remaining of the evening to bring you the latest details. Reporting from Boca Raton, Waukesha Bailey, WPBF 25 News.
Okay, thank you, Waukesha. And we are just now hearing from Boca Raton Police that at this time there is no active shooter at the mall. We don't know if there's a suspect in custody. We do know that at least one person was shot. We do not know that person's condition. The mall evacuated as they investigate. We return you now to regular programming.
Okay, and there you go on that video, and we will keep you updated on that story. Battle against massive wildfires in California rages on. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Well, a new death being blamed on California's destructive wildfires as smoke blankets parts of Los Angeles this morning. The fires forced thousands from their homes. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez joins us from LA. Good morning, Marcy.
Eva, good morning. Firefighters are still out here keeping a close eye on these destroyed homes. You can see the walls of this one are barely standing, yet incredibly, the vehicle in the driveway is still intact. We're told these flames moved in so quickly, the couple next door says they had just minutes to grab their 2 kids and a few belongings and get out. Newly released video shows the ferocity of one of the fires that ravaged Southern California. In Los Angeles County, nearly 8,000 acres burned this morning. Firefighters still putting out hot spots, trying to avoid a flare-up and the kind of nightmare Monica and Drew Silver walked out of their house to find Thursday night. Wind whipping burning embers, flames closing in on them from 3 sides.
We looked at each other and we just knew we weren't going to come home to a house. All the embers were flying horizontally across the walkway and the driveway. And the kids went, well, we're not going out there. I said, well, if we don't, we die.
They returned this weekend with an insurance adjuster confirming their fears.
It was hard, to hear somebody say it's a total loss, no question about it.
Theirs is one of dozens of homes destroyed this week as several fires burned out of control. In Riverside County, police confirming a second person was killed in this mobile home community that was quickly overcome by flames. And this morning in Los Angeles County, mandatory evacuation orders are lifted. Residents now returning home.
We're very lucky. We're very, very fortunate.
While the Silvers assess their losses. Their wedding rings gone, everything from their photography business destroyed.
Lost our home and our work.
And yet they say they're grateful.
But things don't matter. It's being together and being here and living through it. And we have our lives, we have our health, and that's all that matters.
And their neighbors are thankful, too, because other than these 2 homes, firefighters were able to save every other house in this community with.
And that is some positive news. It was a very difficult situation there. Marcy Gonzalez for us, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and bye, everyone.